Nick Martin, Sky News.
Talk about army recruitment now, should we? Major General Tom Buick is here, OBE. Let's not forget about that. Right. General officer. Tell me about army recruitment. Where are we with that?
I'm here today because this week the Army launches its new recruitment campaign, You Belong Here. Interest in serving in the armed forces is really high, has been for a while. And the insight at the heart of the campaign is that although interest is really high, a lot of people struggle to see how they would individually fit in. So the advertising campaign that we launched today seeks to speak directly to potential soldiers, be they part-time reservists or full-time regulars, to show them that A, that the Army is always recruiting, and B, that there is a place in the Army for someone just like them.
So who's it aimed at?
18 to 24-year-olds is the key audience, but actually we recruit for the regular Army from 16 through to 36, and in the reserves all the way up to 48. But our core audience is that 18 to 24-year-old
We're talking regular squaddies, or who are we looking at?
Soldiers and officers. So like I say, full-time regular soldiers and part-time reservists as well, soldiers and officers.
How do you know which part of the Army you might want to go into?
So it's a great question. There are over 200 different roles that you could join and be part of our team. And actually part of our job is to get that fit right. So when you apply, you go on the Army Jobs website, all of the information is there. You'll have a good poke around to see what interests you most. And there's everything from, the infantry soldiers, the tank drivers, the helicopter pilots and all of that at one end of it. But a huge diversity of roles, everything from chefs to truck drivers to drone operators to engineers to vehicle mechanics. There's a huge array of jobs that go into making an army, and people have opportunity to serve throughout it. So actually a key part of this campaign is showing that breadth of what we offer, and that there will be a place where you will fit in. We will find your fit for you.
What about when you sign up to serve and then you decide you don't want to do it?
Well, as an example, I joined for 4 years. I've ended up serving a lot longer. And actually, whether you join for 4 years or 40, it makes no difference. The Army will equip you with skills for life. It's a wonderful, wonderful way to get on to, through the education pathway into a job. We offer world-class leadership training. We're the nation's largest apprenticeship provider. And so no matter where it is that you fit in, and whether you want to serve for a long time or not so long, it's a great way to start out.
What about the transition back into Civvy Street?
Yeah, so as I said, all of the skills, the values that
Does the Army help you do that?
Yeah, 100%. So there's a career transition pathway back in, and essentially the skills that you've used or you've learned in the Army, are super applicable to the civilian workplace. And that's, again, regulars and reserves. So if you're a reservist looking to serve part-time, then the skills that you learn in the Army will be equally applicable, we would hope, in your civilian workplace. And if you've joined as a full-time soldier, you've done your time, you've decided it's time to go and do something else, then great. We'll have equipped you with a whole load of new skills, and we will help that transition back into the workforce.
How do people find out more?
Army Jobs. Just search Army Jobs or drop into any of the 68 career centres around the country, and you'll find a plethora of information or serving soldiers to speak to find your place in the Army. Essentially, is that the message is we're recruiting, we're always recruiting, and that will be a place for you.
Equal opportunity employer?
100%.
It's great to see you. Thanks very much.
Thanks ever so much for your time.
Quick look at the weather.
Warm.